Wendy's just going to be called by the state. You know, let's take a little look back down memory lane, shall we? She testified in 3 of the previous trials. You know, the most recent one was the one for her brother, Charlie Adelson, and the government gave her limited immunity for what she says on the stand, okay? Now, if she were to testify for the defense, they can't give her immunity. They don't have those government powers. So that was why this hearing happened yesterday, because the defense wanted to call her too. And, you know, look, they can ask her any questions on cross, right? When the state of Florida calls her, but why would they want to put her up there all on their own? Let's talk about that. Let's bring in our legal eagles. I'm so happy to have in the studio with me criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Noah Pines, and joining me remotely, someone who practices in Florida, criminal defense attorney Jessica Mishali. Good morning to you both. All right, let's get your reactions to the hearing yesterday. Noah, would you start us off, please?
Well, sometimes the defense does something not necessarily because they think they're going to win, but to go through the process to let people know who are following this case, hey, we might want her to testify, and she's going to refuse to do it because she has this Fifth Amendment privilege. I think it is relevant that she will only testify under a privilege, because a jury should know that.
Right. And why would she need a privilege if she didn't do anything
Correct.
wrong? What in the world, Jessica Mishali? Your reaction to yesterday, please.
I agree 100%. We've talked about this so many times, Julie, how credibility is everything. I mean, the entire trial in every criminal case turns on credibility. Who does the jury believe? And in this case, Wendy has 0 credibility.
I think there is no love lost between Mama Donna and dearest daughter Wendy. So let's talk about this a little bit more. I've got a clip for you. When Donna apparently called Dan Markel, Wendy's husband, some terrible names during the marriage. And Wendy, threw Mom under the bus with that during brother Charlie's trial. So let's watch that moment together now.
Did your mom call Dan any disparaging names around this time frame?
Well, I just read them in the emails, but I don't remember them independently.
Okay. Did she call him an asshole?
Yes.
A narcissist?
Yes.
A bully?
Yes.
Religious zealot?
Yes.
Oh, that's not very nice. And how about how she said she couldn't remember? She got amnesia, Noah, but then after her memory was jogged by the prosecutor, she acknowledged it. What do you think there? Do you think Wendy was trying to protect Mom a little bit?
I mean, over the course of a marriage, a mother maybe not being that happy with her son-in-law, especially going through a divorce with her daughter. I mean, is that really that unusual? I don't think that that's unusual. I think that people understand that all the time, that, this family dynamic happens.
Sure. How about the fact that Wendy hasn't been charged yet? Maybe she'll never be. I've been in the camp that I'm stunned it hasn't happened so far. Jessica Mishali, I would love to get your thoughts on this. Are you surprised at all that she hasn't been charged up to this point?
I am surprised. I'm very surprised that this whole case took as long as it did for charges and trials to proceed. I mean, this happened over 10 years ago. And it's very surprising that Wendy hasn't been charged. I mean, some people are saying that they're waiting for the evidence to be stronger. They don't want to take a chance that she's acquitted. They don't want to take a chance that anything is dismissed. But I'm not sure what else they're going to get at this point. It may all turn, like you said, Julie, in your opening statement, it may all turn in what happens in this trial. And maybe she will be charged after this. And I think a lot of people would feel that that would be justice.
Yes, Jessica, thank you for that. And I think a point I want to make with both of you, who both are very seasoned, excellent trial attorneys, and understand that prosecutors have discretion. Different offices are going to do different things. You both have experienced that. Noah, tell me, having been a prosecutor, do you think perhaps another office would have viewed this case differently than the office that's been handling this case so far and kind of trying it piece by piece, defendant by defendant?
So I've never seen a prosecution like this where you just have prosecution after prosecution after prosecution. At some point, not that it needs to end, but it kind of does need to end because there are other cases, obviously, that are important in this jurisdiction that need to be prosecuted. I heard you call it that you believe that she's going to be charged after this trial because she's going to be thrown under the bus. I don't think that's going to happen, Julia. I just don't. I think that this may be the end of this case.
Do you think, Noah? Because my next question was going to be, what happens to Harvey? No charges for Harvey? Noah?
I mean, if there's not evidence that's already come out yet, the real question is, when is it going to end, right? Is there a strategy that the state has? And if there is one, maybe you're right, but that's a really long game to play.
It is. I acknowledge that it is, certainly, and I appreciate your prediction that this will all end here, full stop, this is going to be done. Jessica Mishali, would love your prediction. Do you think more charges come, or do you think it ends here with Mama Donna?
So it's hard to put myself in a prosecutor's shoes because I'm such a diehard criminal defense attorney. But I think here, if I was the prosecutor, I would have done everything I could to try them all together. I think it would have been easier to convict all of them if they were all sitting in the same trial. When I followed this case for years, I've been on podcasts about this case. Each one of these defendants has no credibility and sounds kind of ridiculous on so many levels, but on their own, you don't see how bad it really is. Had they all been all together, I think they would have had a better chance of conviction of all of the defendants. I think now that, unfortunately, Noah might be right. I don't know that this is going anywhere 10 years later, but I leave open what may come out at this trial. I think it does depend a lot on whether Donna is convicted or not, what she's convicted of, and what evidence sort of comes out.